Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our Sunday energy reading for the week of the 12th, I think, right? The 12th, yes, the 12th to the 19th. So we're going to see what the energy holds for this week. Last week was pretty intense. There was a lot of love connections happening, a lot of shifts in current partnerships. And I felt guided to share this with you all. It just kind of popped in my head just now. I had two clients, and I felt like I saw this also in my friendships. People were talking about how in their current connections, they're feeling this shift of, it's almost like they felt disconnected from their person temporarily. And maybe still right now, they feel disconnected. It's almost like you're, not that you lost feelings, but you just feel like you're just blank. Like, where did the feelings go? Why don't I feel this way anymore? What's going on? Why am I in this like weird hole? And sometimes that happens when you're doing some healing and you're doing some recalibrating. You're focusing on things in your own life. So the universe can sometimes remove certain energies from you that have always been in the forefront of your mind, and it moves it back here, puts it on a shelf temporarily so that you can move through the difficulties in your life. And it's kind of like removing the distractions so that you can heal, grow, learn, just be where you are. Because if you paid attention to the last few months of your life and to see how things unfold, like when you feel certain things for somebody and then when you don't, and then when it comes back and then you do again, it's all an energetic flow. You're being forced into the surge of wanting them for a reason. And then you fall back into, all right, let me work on myself for a little bit. And then you want them again. And then it's like bumblebees. They kind of bump into each other to see if they're ready for each other or not. And then sometimes they're not. And then they have to go off and do more healing. And that's kind of like what happens on the soulmate journey, the twin flame journey, is you feel like you're like testing each other. You're bumping back in, texting, emailing, social media, whatever, and you're seeing if you guys are a match yet. You're seeing how healed you are. Like, do I still feel that connection with them? What does it feel like? So you're kind of bumping back into each other to see what it feels like. And if it doesn't feel right, then it's not time yet. That doesn't mean it's not time ever. It just means it's not time yet, because everything is temporary. And even if it was time yet, like, you would know, things would be changing in your physical reality. Okay, so let's pick a page for this week. We're going to use Journey to the Heart by Beatty. It's one of my favorite books. I already opened Sacred Space. Let's see. Wow, June 26th. Say goodbye with love. Wow, I love this message. Okay, so there's a little quote at the end. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but here's the little quote. Set others free to achieve and experience the path that leads to their highest good, and you too will become free to find yours. So this could mean setting maybe somebody from your past free, maybe an old way of being. You're setting something free. You're letting go of it. And it's very unique that I picked June 26th because that's coming up. It says, grieve your losses, say your goodbyes, then let each other travel down the road that he or she needs to go. Holding on won't help. Let both be free to plan their own journeys, map their own trips, and embrace and enjoy their own destinies. So sometimes that means you have to let go of a partnership because it's time. And you're like, all right, I am going to grieve this loss. This is not for me anymore. I need to move on in my life. There's a junction ahead that I have to take a certain route. So wow, very interesting. So maybe this week is that energy of people realizing they're like, I'm done. I want to move towards something better. I can't do this anymore. I also was guided to use one of my older decks. It's the shadow deck of the tarot. You can see it's the shadow version. So it's just like my spirit animal deck. Similar, it's the same author, Kim Kranz. That's the tarot. So it's kind of dark and shadowy. So some of the cards might be a little intimidating, but let's just see, what is the energy for this let go? Who is ending what and why? Maybe I just heard end of dark times. You're going to come back home to who you are once you leave this situation, is what I'm hearing. Or maybe if you're watching this for a special person who might be leaving a situation, they're coming back home to who they are. Wow. Temperance and the High Priestess. Huge card, you guys. Huge. The Temperance is all about healing. It's a healing energy. You can see the blue. It represents like water and emotion and really leaning into, I am so emotionally drained in this situation. I need some healing. The High Priestess is this badass tiger who can see through the dark and is trusting. He's got the world at his feet and he just knows that everything is going to be okay. The High Priestess is this, you know, there's a priest and a priestess, right? It's the king, the queen, the energy of the divine masculine and oh my gosh. And when I stutter on my words, that's a sign that this needs to be heard. It's the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together as one. And the High Priestess is the feminine energy, the tiger energy. She's fierce, she's patient, she's trusting, she's receiving. She's in her power. And she's waiting for her divine masculine to heal, which is this card. So the divine masculine might be the one going through the let go. And he or she is needing to, remember, divine masculine could be male or female, it doesn't matter. But they're leaving behind something that no longer serves them. And that's part of the twin flame journey too. Twin flames meet, then they separate to do their healing. Somebody has to let go of old habits, patterns, people, places, jobs, etc., to finally come home to who they are. And then when they finally come home to who they are, what they came here to do, then they're drawn back to their divine feminine. And she's usually more evolved, not more evolved, but just she woke up sooner. So she's on her path sooner than her masculine. And she's kind of just like, all right, she's in a holding spot, just waiting. And that's been happening to all of my clients. I've had a couple clients too, who the divine feminine is a male and he was awakened first. And then the divine feminine awakens last. And then they kind of switch roles. And then the awakened one tends to run away because the one that's now all of a sudden awake is like obsessed with them. And they're like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. I love you. I can't believe I didn't see this connection all this time. So the roles sometimes reverse. The runner then becomes the chaser. But they both have to do this runner chaser because they have to do their healing. Because if you're chasing somebody, that means you're searching outside of yourself for love. And that means you're not recognizing the love that you have within for you. So when you're constantly yearning for attention and love from somebody, that means you don't love yourself. So you always have to pull your energy back and be like, why am I searching for attention right now? Why do I need to be accepted by somebody? How can I just be in my body and get compliments and get seen and be fine with it? And then when it's not there, how can I still be okay when it's not there? Oh, because I love myself and I don't need that from somebody else. Or if it's a twin flame energy, they live inside of me. I know how they feel about me. I know that they love me, so I don't need them to tell me all the time. I don't need them to text me back when I need them to text me back or whatever it is, if you're in union. If you're not in union and you're in separation and they're not messaging you back or they're ghosting you, don't put up with that BS. You ignore it, let them do their own like immature shenanigans, and you just be that grounded high priestess and say, nope, I'm not going to put up with that. All right. Ooh, I like this. 9 of Wands. I always think of this as the staircase to heaven. You are so close to your bliss. You have the steps. You've been taking the steps you need to take to get to your passion, to get to your desires. So you're so close. Hold the line, keep going. You are taking the right steps. I feel guided to also, that's how I just read that card, but I know that's not what that card means. So I'm going to read you guys what that card means, according to the author. Where's Wands? Thank you. Okay, it says strength, stamina, confidence. As nines usually imply your journey is near completion, but on this final stretch, you find yourself growing weary. Doubt and fear are running through your mind. The Nine of Wands asks you to rally your confidence and realize how far you've come. Lift your eyes and take a few more steps. Soon, all of your hard work will start to pay off. So this is like the darkest before dawn card. So I guess it was exactly how I kind of read it. It was like, you're almost there. Just hold the line. Keep going. Fear and doubt are normal on this path. Do not second guess yourself. And I have to admit, I was second guessing myself this morning. I went to a Phillies game last night with my family to celebrate my dad. And I just feel like, I don't know, I ran into a couple of my students at the game. I ran into 4 guys who I taught. They're now in college, playing baseball, doing great things. And a little piece of me missed being a teacher. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, am I off my path? Like, should I be teaching still? Should I not be doing YouTube? Should I not be doing all of this? And I had all of this fear and doubt come over me. Like, what are you doing, Michelle? Like, what are you doing with your life? Are you messing it up? And I remember my teaching days, me sitting there teaching, wishing I could do this. And I had to go back to that feeling. That is the old version of me. That is not who I am today. I am not that teacher anymore. I am now doing this and I'm a new person, but the old me was surfacing and questioning my path. And I was having that fear and doubt and I wanted to go backwards. I quickly wanted to go back to what was comfortable. That's essentially what teaching is for me. It's my comfort zone. And we don't live in the comfort zone, right? When you're on my channel, when you're manifesting, we don't live in the comfort zone. We are willing to break free, take risks, do big things to serve ourselves and the world. You know, we have to do what we came here to do. And if we don't, then we're going to feel discord in our body. When your soul is not fully where it's meant to be, you just don't feel right. You won't be able to process food very well. You won't be motivated to work out. You'll feel depressed. You'll be over drinking, you know, alcohol, caffeine, all that jazz. So when we're not in alignment with who we are and who we came here to be and who we're meant to be with, our body will tell us. And we always have fear and doubt right before there's about to be a breakthrough. So meanwhile, I wake up every day and I do this and I love doing this, but then there's some days where I have these moments where I'm like, am I supposed to be doing this? And that's normal. So if you're experiencing that, I'm here to tell you it's normal. Just hold the line. You're so close. There's a breakthrough coming. Okay. Let's do an animal card. So those are the energies for this week. Thank you. Wow, we have the turtle. I also have this one flipped out, so I'm going to grab that one. The turtle and the snake. I think we got the snake last week, didn't we? Or no, in my last reading. Yes, I remember because I was saying it was like my earrings. The snake is all about a rebirth. You're shedding a layer. You're letting go. It's just like the book excerpt. You're letting go of the past. You're no longer wearing that skin anymore. You're feeling brand new. Or you will feel brand new. Imagine what you will feel like when you step into your alignment. Let's just take a breath right now together. Hand on your heart, hand on your belly. Deep breath. Let your belly hang, no sucking it in. Drop your shoulders. What would it feel like to wake up each day when you want to wake up, doing what you love? There's no turmoil, there's no fighting, there's no wondering what's next. There's no waiting for a manifestation. You are living your manifestations. They're here. You already have them. You have the love. The money's in the bank account. And whether it's there or not, you feel safe because you know the universe has your back. You are trusting. You're so relaxed. You're looking back at your journey. You see how far you've come, all the healing you've done, mending relationships, looking at every so-called mistake that you made and seeing it as perfect and how it led you to this moment right now. You're exactly where you're meant to be, doing what you're meant to be doing. And if there is discord in your life right now, I want you to think about what would life look like if you were to let go of that job, that partnership. What would that feel like? What would it feel like to come home to your dream partner? To see the money rolling in, the direct deposits just coming and coming and coming. Finding money on the ground, people gifting you things. Your tickets are being upgraded. You're having all these opportunities. When we go into that state of feeling, which is what I just took you guys through, we drop our shoulders, we let our bellies hang out, we breathe, and we feel into our manifestations. That is truly how you call in your desires. If you're not doing what we just did together in this reading on a daily basis, that could be why your manifestations are not arriving. Are you feeling it? Are you taking the time to sit there and imagine it? Those are called imaginal acts. And that was just a short little example of what I do every single day and what my clients do, what I teach them to do. So what would that feel like to have your desires? We also got the turtle card. The turtle is a big indicator for me of a manifestation coming. And a lot of times before the manifestation, there's fear, there's doubt. You feel like you need to change your life. You feel like you want to go backwards and fix all of your mistakes that you made and just go back to being comfortable. That's right before good change is on the way. And a turtle in public, I was actually driving on like a really beautiful nature road the other day, and there was a cute, huge turtle crossing the street. And I stopped and I just was like, all right, universe, I see you. I see you talking to me. When I see turtles, it means your manifestation is coming. It might be slow and it might be feeling slow, but it's still coming. All right, we're going to do the ever unfolding heart. And then after this card, I'm going to end this reading and we're going to move over to my Patreon for the extended. For the extended, we're going to go into relationships and career and money. So we're going to do relationship, career, and money in the extended version of this reading for this week specifically, to see what kind of money we're going to be getting, what kind of opportunities around our career, and then what's going to go on in our relationships. Because last week was pretty bonkers with the relationships. Wow, buffalo, your fear is not real. It's a story you are telling yourself. The buffalo reminds us to face our stories head on, pave a new path in your mind. I love this card because I always remember that buffalo, they don't go around the storm. They're like, F it. I'm just going to go straight through this thing. I'm just going to speak my truth. I'm going to break up with this person. I'm going to get it over with because I know what I'm going to feel on the other side, which is what the energy is for this week. Whatever thing you're thinking about doing, just freaking do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. You're going to feel so much better. And yes, it might cause upheaval in your life and it might cause discord with relationships, but your life matters. Your body matters. How you feel matters. And you can't stay suffering. You have to choose yourself. And if you have children, they will learn and grow by watching you choose yourself. I'm telling you, they will respect you way more in the future if you choose yourself now, even though temporarily it might hurt, but you choosing yourself now will teach them to always choose their happiness. Next one, pay attention to your dreams. Your higher self is showing you where you need to focus your attention. If it's a fearful dream, that is not your higher self. That is your ego playing tricks on you. Listen for the soft, loving messages from your higher self. So pay attention to your dreams this week. Maybe you're going to be getting some downloads about the decisions you need to make or where you need to go or the people you need to text. Sometimes if you're not thinking about somebody and all of a sudden they show up in your dream, that's your higher self saying, hey, you should probably reach out to them. They could be a connection for you. They could be drawing in, or maybe they're hurting and they need some support, or maybe they're drawing in a manifestation for you. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this energy read for this week. If you're on my Patreon, go ahead over there for this extended. If you're not on my Patreon, I highly recommend joining if you enjoy my readings. And I'm teaching a manifesting course over there on Patreon 1 day a week. I'm posting a new lesson. And then the other 4 to 5 days, I'm kind of doing intuitive messages. I'm posting book excerpts. sharing my personal manifestation stories, my healing stories, twin flame information. So if you have not joined Patreon, go head over there. It's $11.11, our angel numbers, and you'll get all the goods. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next reading next Sunday. Peace out.